Well, hi, it's Donna with yourtimetoblossom.com. And here I am again on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, ready to reflect on yet another aspect of our lives as women in transition in midlife and beyond. And I wanted to share with you this afternoon an experience I had over the weekend. I had the opportunity to go to a conference, and I found myself triggered throughout the experience. And I wanted to reflect on this with you during this short time on this video. I noticed that some things got triggered that were very old and familiar. And I'm happy to say I found some new ways of dealing with them. So I was in a group of complete strangers. This was a conference of a group I've been following online, but I didn't know any individual personally. So you can imagine what got triggered as I was driving down the freeway to get to the event. I've gotten this message before. It comes through and it says to me, don't think about it, just do it. And so that's become my mantra lately for some of these kinds of experiences that I take a risk, step out of my comfort zone, feel a bit uncomfortable, and then are like, what am I doing? And then I remember to breathe, pause, relax, recognize that there's an opportunity here and that I'm choosing to take advantage of it. So what I wanted to share with you this afternoon were a couple of the things that got triggered and what happened. And then see if, as I share any of this, if this triggers memories for you of similar situations and how you can find yourself developing new ways and healthy ways and positive ways of learning from the opportunity and moving on. So I found that for the first time, and this is after a lifetime, huh? I walked into this large gathering and I wasn't intimidated. Actually, when I walked in the door and I recognized that I found myself feeling like I had a right to be there equally with everybody else just because I am who I am. This is monumental. This is new for me. And usually what gets triggered is I'm not enough, they're better than me, oh, look at how that one's dressed. You know, all those crazy making kinds of comments. It didn't happen this time. And that was a clue to me that something has shifted, and this event was an opportunity for me to notice it. Then when I did later, this went on, I was there just for one day. And as the time went on, periodically when someone would share something or give a presentation or whatever, and I found myself becoming critical of that person, I caught it almost instantaneously. Not completely, but almost. And instead of going down the road of criticizing that person as I would have, and we know that dynamic where we put somebody else down so that we feel better. I stopped, I paused, I said, okay, what's being triggered? And I just again, you're going to hear me say this throughout this little video. I paused, I took a breath, I recognized that something was being shared that triggered something in me that I wasn't smart enough or researched enough or experienced enough or whatever. And I let that go and honored the person I had been criticizing and left myself open to learn something from what they had to say. In the moment, I'm here to say this is possible. I have not arrived, but the fact that this happened at all, I am truly celebrating. And then I found that I was able to hold my own the entire time in the group, that I was not less than, that I acknowledged that I'm simply different at times from somebody else, but not better than or less than, simply different. And I could honor that. Truly awesome. And then I had the opportunity to pair off with someone and create a vision statement of where I find myself 3 years from now, and spontaneously had the inspiration to record it on my phone. And that was lots of fun to picture where I'm at 3 years from now, and that my dream of being of service and extending myself more widely across the world is actually happening. And then during the final intense celebration, the climax of the event, it involved high energy dancing. Well, if you know anything about my story, you know that I didn't have the opportunity to develop gyrations to all the modern high energy music. So I could have just easily slipped out of the room. No one, I don't think, would have noticed. But I stayed there. I found my own way to respond to the music. I paced myself, and I just enjoyed watching everybody else around me gyrating. It was truly amazing, truly amazing. And I didn't get down on myself. And my energy held out. I was there at the end. We gathered up all that joyful energy, sent it out across the earth, and it was over. And on my way home, I just marveled at not only that I had opted to go to this experience, but how I experienced myself throughout the event. So check in with yourself. Is there anything at this moment in time that's being triggered for you by someone or some event or situation? And what's the underlying message there for you? Go in gently, check it out, and be sure to pause and breathe, and very, very self-accepting. Lots and lots of self-compassion. All right, so if I can be any support to you in anything like this, please let me know. Get back to me, and this is why I'm here. I'm really here to be a support as each of us comes into our own, becomes who we really are, and then we can offer that gift to the world at this time of great change. The world and the earth desperately needs you and me to be who we really are. All right, I'll leave it at that. I'm so delighted to share this evolving me with you, and I look forward to talking with you again next week. Bye-bye for now.